All right, great. Well, I would like to get started. In case you don't know me, I'm Melissa Henderson, and I am the current president of Bay Village Community Council, and I wanted to thank you all for coming to honor our 2015 citizens as well as the Project of the Year. We received a lot of worthy nominations, and we are so excited and proud to celebrate both Eric and Cynthia Eakin as well as the Bay Days Fireworks Committee. So I'd like to first start with introducing the 2015 Project of the Year by sharing a few words written by a nominator in regards to the Bay Days Fireworks Fund. And I quote, "These individuals typify the spirit of community involvement by residents that makes Bay Village such a splendid place to live. The Bay Village Community Council wanted to recognize the Bay Days Fireworks Fund because of its exemplary spirit of community involvement by private citizens who all answered the call to keep the annual fireworks display in the Bay Day celebration. These citizens quickly formed a fundraising committee. They developed a plan for both resident and sponsor engagement, and they successfully funded the fireworks display that we all enjoyed on July 4th, 2014. In addition to all of that, they set the framework and direction for future fundraising efforts. So we would like to recognize the members of the Fireworks Fund, and it's funny because I said here, please stand when I call your name. So how about, whoo, and wave, okay? So Dwight Clark. Tony Dostal.
Tony's in Florida.
All right, I'm in Florida. Eric Eakin, who also served as the chair of the committee. Dominic Giovanazzo. My favorite person, Tom Henderson. Jenny Mace.
She's in Florida too, I think.
Florida. Camille Sheehan.
Right here.
Mindy Stroh.
Is not here.
Is not here. Dave Tennant. The lovely Tara Wendell. And last but not least, Lisa Wilson. All right, so let's talk fireworks with our chairman, Eric.
Make sure you got everybody. Okay. We really want to thank Eileen Vernon here because the Village Foundation is our banker. They donated a lot of money as well. They keep us honest. And we thank you for that. And Denny, you were great. You helped us a lot. He gives us good publicity in the Observer, the paper to read every day.
Thank you.
And we do thank
Checks in the mail.
for your help there. I think we also had good corporate sponsors. Kurt Fry, a Bay Village resident, was one of our corporate sponsors. If you're going to buy a car, buy it at Sunnyside, please. And tell him Kurt Fry sent you. He was very generous to us. And also Rob Massey with the Freedom Boat Club. He donated a $8,000 prize where you got unlimited use of one of 5 boats docked in the Rocky River, and we thank him for his benevolence. In fact, he signed up again to come back and help us again this year. So, Jerry Crabb of the Cleveland Indians donated a suite. We donated 2 prizes, a ceremonial first pitch and 4 seats, and a suite for 20 that Camille's next door neighbor won, and she got to go. And I guess a good time was had by all. So, and thank you, Mr. Clark, chairperson of the city's budget committee, for helping us not have to work so hard. And yeah, that was the fireworks fund. We have big things planned for 2015. We've already had our inaugural meeting, and we're going to meet again. And we got good folks. We got a little cushion in the bank to help us keep moving forward. But what would Bay Days be without fireworks? Come on already, you know? It would be a dud. And thank Melissa for making these little fireworky things.
Tara Garrett and Barb also.
The craft girls here
Pinterest.
that made our fireworks display, so thank you. Thanks, again, Dominic and everybody who helped out, Eileen and Dave, and this is a group effort. I'm just the guy that takes the minutes and lets everybody know what's going on. That's all, Yeah, but and I thought the fireworks were good this year. Yeah. I think they know that we're going to try and make it better every year. So, thank you. Jenny May sold a ton of tickets. We had $25 raffle tickets or 5 for $100, and boy, we sold a slew of tickets, and we raised a lot of money for the fireworks. So, it's again, it's Bay Days without fireworks, right, Mayor?
Right.
Right.
Do you want to bring the committee up front for the proclamation?
Sure. Anybody?
Come on.
Come on, fireworkers.
Before I say Katy Perry, get up here.
Sorry.
The mayor has a proclamation.
Where's the vice chair?
I'll get in the back.
Mr. Chairman. Yeah, I think you're gonna.
Oh, nice.
So this is always such a great event, and especially talking about the fireworks, I'm sure that as Eric remembers, in the past, there wasn't anything in the budget for fireworks, and so a group just went around door to door asking for donations, like back in the 60s.
The girls from the Key Club.
And that's really when the whole tradition started. So growing up here in Bay, I don't know what it would be like not having fireworks around the 4th of July. So, and also, we have, at City Hall, have also been raising funds to contribute.
Yes,
and
yes. Sue's doing a great job.
my very brilliant assistant, Sue Cole, came up with the idea about the Bay Village t-shirts. She's been marketing them. I mean, she's just got a real knack for being able to do that. And so far, we've raised around $3,000 in the process. So we're pretty excited about that.
Yep. We're going to name a big firework in her honor.
Okay. I'm sure she'll be very thrilled that a rocket's going to be named after her. So, the proclamation today, whereas the members of the Bay Days Fireworks Fund are today being honored by the Bay Village Community Council as the recipient of the 2015 Project of the Year Award, and whereas the Bay Days Fireworks Fund is being recognized for its exemplary spirit of community involvement by private citizens who answered the call to keep the annual fireworks display in the Bay Days celebration. And whereas the Bay Days Fireworks Fund organization is comprised of Chairman Eric Eakin and committee members Dwight Clark, Tony Dostal, Dominic Giovanazzo.
Well done.
I just went to Italy in September, so I'm practicing.
Yeah.
I want to go back.
Don't use that name there, though.
You got an open bar tab or something?
Just tell me what areas to avoid.
Yeah.
Tom Henderson, George McDonald, Jenny Mace, Camille Sheehan, Mindy Stroh, Dave Tadish, Tara Wendell, and Lisa Wilson. And whereas the Bay Days Fireworks Fund brought together a group of concerned citizens who quickly formed a fundraising committee, developed a plan for resident and business sponsor engagement, and successfully raised the funds for the spectacular 2014 Bay Days Fireworks Show enjoyed by Bay Village residents. And whereas the Fireworks Fund held several raffles during the year to raise funds, and were assisted in their fundraising efforts by Sunnyside Toyota, courtesy of resident Kurt Fry. And whereas the Bay Days Fireworks Fund Committee has set the framework and direction for future fundraising efforts to ensure that the tradition of the Bay Days Fireworks continues. Now therefore, I, Deborah L. Sutherland, Mayor of the City of Bay Village, on behalf of the administration and the City Council and the citizens of Bay Village, now join with the Bay Village Community Council in extending sincere appreciation to the members of the Bay Village Fireworks Fund who so generously gave of their time and talents to provide our residents with a spectacular Bay Days fireworks display. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Jeff. Group hug. Yeah, you get it.
All right, now starting the second half of our program, I would like to introduce the 2015 Citizens of the Year by sharing a few words written by nominators in regards to Eric and Cynthia Eakin. Eric and Cynthia give to our community without need for public commendation. While Eric and Cynthia each would merit strong consideration based on their own achievements and records, they are synonymous with one another. Don't cry.
There's no guarantee.
All right. Eric and Cynthia are being honored for their many years of service and leadership to a wide variety of Bay Village organizations and community events. Cynthia is currently a board member of the Bay Village Historical Society and previously served as its president. She works on numerous other projects, including Relay for Life and the Friends from the Start Foundation, which provides support for those touched by cancer. Eric has previously served as president of the Historical Society and Bay Men's Club. With Eric's guidance, the Bay Men's Club has provided a huge volunteer force for the annual rakeout that benefits senior and disabled citizens. In 2014, Eric chaired the Bay Days Fireworks Committee, as we all know, and stepped down as president of the Bay Village Community Council after 10 years of loyal and enthusiastic service. He also successfully started and completed a project to install dozens of flags at merchants' locations throughout Bay Village.
Yep.
I'm glad you agreed with me. Eric and Cynthia were essential in enhancing Cahoon in June and also initiated Cahoon Community Christmas, which is fast becoming a favorite Bay Village tradition.
Yeah.
So let's give Eric and Cynthia a round of applause.
You know, I don't know what to say. This is. Listen, I'm just a kid from Bay. I just happened to grow up here, 62 years here. I wasn't really a good student. But Mara, our daughter, and my son here, but Mara saw something in the newspaper that the Historical Society was having a potluck supper, and she thought the speaker sounded interesting. So she dragged you to the Historical Society potluck.
And we had such a wonderful time, great people, fabulous potluck dinner.
Yeah.
So we came home and told him all about it, and he said, you know, I think I'll go with you the next time.
Yeah.
And he did. And at the time, you were a freelancer for Westlife.
Yeah.
So that night, he walked around all night with his little reporter notebook, taking notes, and I thought he was getting ideas for future stories. And we come home, and he said to me, you should see all of the great recipes that I have.
And that was kind of the start of it. You know, it's the people. It's the people. It's just such wonderful people.
We've had so much fun over the years, and our kids grew up working the Historical Society booth at Bay Days, selling strawberry shortcake.
Yeah.
And Tony Doss will still ask me
Every
about
year.
strawberry
When
shortcake.
bring the strawberry shortcakes back. Every year. Boy, we had to go downtown and we filled that van with strawberries. And we cleaned strawberries till, I don't know, how late in the morning. Oh, my boy, was that. Remember those strawberry shortcakes? Oh, those were good.
And chocolate covered.
Chocolate covered strawberries we had too. You know, but I mean, we just had like I was saying, we had a Historical Society board meeting last week. Well, the museum's closed. We don't really have a fundraiser till June. There's nothing much on the agenda, but we just enjoyed each other's company. Turn the TVs off and go out and get involved in your community. You know, there are residents and there are citizens, and that's what makes the big difference in this city. You know, we live in such a great place, and it's so safe. And kids can play every sport imaginable because of the efforts of volunteers. Do the men's club baseball, the soccer. It's just, and just to be a small part of it. Come on out here. Come on. And yeah, we just, and I'm just on her coattails here. You know, she's just dragging me along through this ride, and it's been wonderful. It really has. Just,
And we've met some of our best friends.
yeah. It's the people. It's the people. The people who want to come up, and they just have such big hearts. And there's no. I mean, I ran this community council for 10 years, and I've done these Citizen of the Year things. And none of these people ever got started in this for self-aggrandizement.
And
They
I
just want to help.
and I have never once called someone and asked for help and had them say no.
No. It's the people. It's just, you meet the nicest people. And that's what makes it all worth it. And fireworks, you can't. It's like frosting.
So from one Bay kid to another.
Yeah. Class of 70.
Class of 72.
This class of 69.
69 went down.
Class of 81? No, what was your class?
81.
Oh, 99.
99.
Born in 89. Born in 81. I was there, I remember.
But we forget the dates. They become irrelevant.
And we have former Citizens of the Year here. Dwight Clark was Citizen of the Year. Jim Potter. Rhonda Schneider was Citizen of the Year. Oh,
Pam Ebert.
Pam Ebert, yes.
Barb Harrell.
Barb Harrell, certainly. So we thank them for coming out. Big shoes. Listen, we're just standing on the shoulders of the people who have gone before us. You know, to walk into that museum at Rose Hill and to see all the work that has gone on since it opened in '74, I can't believe I have a key to the place. They gave me a key to Rose Hill. I would have never thought that in 100 years, that I'd have a key to Rose Hill. And we're just keeping it for their kids. We're just keeping it for your kids and those that come along after. That's all. Yeah, okay.
You know, you bring up a wonderful point, and that is that if we, you know, in the present time, can make the community better and leave it a little bit better than we found then we've been very successful.
Yep.
And we really depend on those people who came before us.
Yeah.
Tom Gillespie.
Yeah.
Okay, proclamation. Whereas, in the city of Bay Village, there dwells a couple of good character.
Got the character.
I was gonna say, and the characters. Eric and Cynthia Eakin. And whereas Eric and Cynthia are the proud parents of Mara and Judson, and equally proud residents of Bay Village, Cynthia for 35 years, Eric being a lifetime resident. And whereas the Eakin name has become synonymous with service to the city and its residents. Eric and Cynthia.
I thought she was going to mention the graffiti.
No, that comes later. That's in the roast. Eric and Cynthia have both served as past presidents of the Bay Village Historical Society. Cynthia currently serves on the board. And whereas Eric and Cynthia were instrumental in enhancing the Historical Society's annual Cahoon in June antique sale, as well as initiating the Cahoon Community Christmas, which has become a favorite annual Bay Village event.
With Rhonda.
With Miranda.
Yeah.
And whereas...
I got to ride with Santa Claus in a fire truck. That was the best.
And whereas Cynthia has worked on numerous civic projects, including Relay for Life and Friends from the Start Foundation, which provides support for those touched by cancer. And whereas Eric has served as the president of the Bay Men's Club, helping create a program to provide a volunteer force for the annual Rakeout for senior citizens, which we greatly appreciate.
Yeah, that's fun.
He started and successfully completed a project to install dozens of American flags at merchant locations throughout Bay Village. And whereas in 2014, after 10 years of service, Eric stepped down as president of the Bay Village Community Council and chaired the Bay Days Fireworks Fund, raising funds to support the continuation of the Bay Days Fireworks. And whereas Eric and Cynthia have volunteered their time, energy, and creative efforts to the many Bay Village organizations they have been involved in. Now therefore, I, Deborah L. Sutherland, Mayor of the City of Bay Village, on behalf of the City Council and the residents of this community, do hereby extend the sincerest of congratulations and best wishes to Eric and Cynthia, Citizens of the Year for 2015.
Yeah, Judd and Mara, you want to come
And
up?
Andrew, our
Andrew?
son.
Oh, yeah. You're not in the witness protection part yet.
No.
That's good. Of course, the night is young. Oh, I don't know.
Hip, hip. Hooray! Hip, hip. Hooray! Hip, hip. Hooray!
Thank you all so much. You're all invited back to our house at the end of this. We're from Bradley, and we'll have beer there.
Okay.